All right, so on Checkpoint tonight, we want to have that discussion on where we are headed to as a nation. And this is a discussion that has been prompted by that article that was written by David Ndii in one of the dailies yesterday. And in it, he outlined what he called 4 squandered opportunities to build nationalism. He talked about a sense of identity, belonging, about communities getting a piece of the pie of the nation. And he had some pretty interesting prescriptions. The hashtag Arrest Ndii was trending all day yesterday and parts of today. So we're going to be discussing the issues in that article. So let's take a look at some of the quotes from this article that he put there. He talked about Kenya being part of an abusive relationship, and it's about time we start talking about ending it. He then went on to break up the country into the various regions to take a look at what their options would be at survival once they secede. And he took a look at the coast region, talking about the coast being, having common language, common heritage, and a long history, and said the coast has all the important building blocks of a successful nation. Talked about that 500-kilometer coastline that would be great and would be, and I quote, will be starting off on a very strong economic footing. That was what he had to say about the coast. Well, what did he say about the Luo Nation? He mentioned some of the great leaders from the Luo Nation, Jaramogi Oginga Odinga amongst others, and said no other nation has sacrificed so much for so little in the name of Kenya Project. And that's why we're calling it Project Kenya, because that is what this discussion is going to be about. Well, he didn't stop there. He also talked about the Mount Kenya region, and he talked about the fact that the region contributes a disproportionate share of revenue to the exchequer and gets much less than his fair share. But he also went on to talk about the issues of land, especially with the Kikuyus and the Kalenjins in that region. And of course, people continued to perhaps blush at a lot of the suggestions that we had. His article ended on this note. What are we waiting for? A genocide? Reketumanwo, which in Kikuyu in English means let's go our separate ways. What do you think about this article? Is he raising important issues about our nationhood, our nationalism that we need to think about and discuss? I've seen some tweets talking about he's just saying in English what we all say in our ethnic tongues behind closed doors. What do you think about this article? Does it raise some important issues, or is he talking about balkanizing the nation? We'll be talking about that in just a moment. Our guests tonight, we have Dennis Situmbi from State House. We have Honorable Isaac Mara. We also have Patrick Gadara. We will be discussing these issues and more. The hashtag to use is Checkpoint. We'll be doing this after the break. Stay with us.